Welcome. My name is Susan Stewart. I'm the Assistant Director of the State Performance Plan Technical Assistance Project, or SPP-TAP for short. This recording is part of the Introduction to Significant Disproportionality Recorded series, and this particular recording is focusing on the technical assistance supports that are provided by our project, SPP-TAP. SPP-TAP has been the CDE technical assistance provider for significant disproportionality since 2009. We're funded by the California Department of Education Special Education Division through a contract with the Napa County Office of Education. To support your LEA through this process of the development of a SIM plan addressing significant disproportionality and the implementation of that plan, we have a great group of staff. Our project director is Connie Silva. You've met me, Susan Stewart, the Assistant Director. Kian Lauser is our Technical Assistance Manager. Jen DeSager is our Systems Coordinator, and our Administrative Assistant is Davina Gowan. SPP-TAP offers a tiered system of supports for LEAs. We're going to look at an overview of all of the supports before we dive deeper into each one. We have a website that includes a searchable resource library, calendar, tools, and recorded webinars. In addition, we offer in the middle tier a number of supports, including technical assistance events, technical assistance facilitators, and some community of practice meetings. In the top layer, we provide individualized technical assistance. We will be providing support to your LEA through the compliance and improvement monitoring process that is on the caltan.info website. Caltan houses the activity handouts for the compliance and improvement monitoring process under the Significant Disproportionality tab. The SPPTAP.org website is available to support you through the process as well. This site houses information about our TA supports, such as a calendar of events, recordings of past events, including webinars with state and national leaders, as well as information about the TA facilitators. SPP-TAP provides ongoing support and guidance, including legal requirements for the development, implementation, and monitoring of your SIM to address significant disproportionality. Some of these will be in person, some will be virtual, and others will be recorded, just like this session is. All of these events are in collaboration with CDE, so the focused monitoring and technical assistance consultants will also be available at the live and virtual events. In addition to our team support, you will be getting support from one or more of these TA facilitators. The SPP-TAP technical assistants, or TA facilitators, have been selected through a request for application process and vetted by the CDE. They are provided with ongoing updates through the SPP-TAP on the most recent requirements from the Federal Office of Special Education Programs, or OSEP, as well as the California Department of Education. This cadre is provided ongoing support by the SPP-TAP on the nuances of the compliance and improvement monitoring process. Their collaboration includes cross-training in their individual areas of expertise, networking with other state and national experts to share resources, information on best practices and successful strategies for addressing disproportionality in collaboration with focused monitoring and technical assistance consultants at the CDE. The community of practice sessions are a space for hearing from others who are going through the process, sharing ideas, resources, and problem solving, as well as troubleshooting. The CDE, Focus Monitoring and Technical Assistance Consultants, frequently engage with the LEAs in the community of practice meetings. We're also here to support LEAs based on individualized needs. The support can be accessed by direct request from an LEA or by a referral from the CDE. We will be sending invitations to the events that we provide through SPP-TAP via email, but you can also find an events calendar on our website. That events calendar will include handouts, any pre-work, registration links, and recordings for an event. So that you don't miss any of these important events, you can subscribe to the calendar. The SIM plan is a 3-year plan, and we will be with you the whole way. There are 3 development phases. The first is identification. This is when you are identified by the California Department of Education and you're notified through an annual determination letter. After that, there's a long period of time where there is a plan development process. And at the end of the development timeline, the plan submission to the CDE. You can see that identification happens in early spring. Step 1 of your 4-step process is due in July. Step 2 is due in October, and the plan submission, which is step 3, is due in November. Once your plan has been submitted, the CDE will examine the plan and either approve it or send it back for some modifications. Once your plan is approved, then it can be implemented and monitored until December of 2027. This approval typically will occur in January or a little bit later. If you've listened to the previous recordings, you know that there are funds are reserved for comprehensive coordinated early intervening services, and they must be expended by September 30th, 2027. Wanted to give you a heads up about some required events that are upcoming this spring. The first is an introductory webinar, and that will be held February 18th from 10 to 11 a.m. The recordings that you are viewing now are the pre-work, so you don't have to worry about additional pre-work if you've viewed or plan to view the 4 recordings in this introductory series. The second event is a Step 1 workshop. These are in-person events that are held throughout the state of California. There will be some recorded pre-work, and those events will occur in late February and early March. You'll be receiving an email with some additional information about each of those Step 1 workshops, including who should attend, where you should attend, the times and dates. Finally, the Step 2 workshop is a virtual event. Again, there'll be some pre-work recordings. That virtual event will be held June 18th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Again, you'll receive information in the email about this event as we get closer. So who should be on the team that comes to these events? Well, each LEA should have 2 to 3 representatives that attend the events. And there are 2 required attendees. The first is the LEA superintendent or a designee representing general education, and a cabinet level administrator that represents special education. We want to be sure that both general and special education are represented because they each bring different perspectives and have different understandings that will help inform the development and implementation of the SIM plan to address significant disproportionality. Some events are geared towards certain roles, and some of the recommended attendees will be required. So, for example, when we have a heavier fiscal component, we'll be asking you to bring a fiscal representative. You might consider other special education or general education cabinet leads, a director of curriculum instruction, a SELPA director, or a student services lead. There may be others as well, but these are just a few to consider. The next steps are to finish watching the recorded series. As I mentioned on the previous slide, it's important that you do this prior to the introductory webinar. There are 4 recordings. The first recording is about the federal requirements and California implementation of those requirements that underpin all of the work around significant disproportionality. The second recording is about identification methodology. A representative of the CDE walks us through how LEAs are determined to be significantly disproportionate. You've just listened to the technical assistance support recording, so you're done with that one. And the last one is a past, present, and future of comprehensive coordinated early intervening services. This kind of historical perspective is helpful in understanding the intention behind the laws to address significant disproportionality, as well as the things that we have learned along the way. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at the State Performance Plan Technical Assistance Project at SPP-TAP at napacoe.org. You can also contact the California Department of Education at SIGDISP, that's SIGDISP, at cde.ca.gov. Thank you for listening to this recording, and we look forward to seeing you at the introductory event.